Okie dokie. Let's poke our heads and say hello. Yo. What up?
Resurrectra, everyone is present. The Lords of Harmondale and I are ready to hear your plan.
As you have no doubt begun to suspect, we, my companions and I, are not of your world, nor are our counterparts who have sided with the necromancers. We arrived here a few years ago, weary of our search for the Ancients and two of their agents called Sheltum and Korak. Much sorrow has come to your world because of our battles with our former friends, and I am sorry for that. But we think that what we are fighting for will be worth it. We have been struggling against our former compatriots to gather the materials we need to connect to the system of gates the Ancients were building before the Devil Creakin caused the silence. We need but one more part. When we arrived on your world, we decided to hide our vehicle in the sea and activate the security system. Because we had already begun to distrust each other, the ship's password had two parts. One known by me, the other by Castor. We had thought we could settle our differences. We were wrong. Without the password, the ship's security system will be very hard to defeat. So this is where you, our allies from Harmondale, come in. We need you to get that part. If you succeed, the reward will be the end of the silence that has shrouded your world for 1,000 years.
Not entirely sure what's going on in that cutscene. It's more confusing for me than, like, the Dark Path cutscenes for sure. So, like, is the character standing in front of Gavin Magnus Resurrectra? And how does she end up as one of the... appearing as one of the... like any elf you'd recruit in your party, right? And then the other three individuals... whatever, right? Like, there's, you know, there can be disconnects between art direction and cinematic direction and how, like, you know, gameplay direction works, you know, right? Just like whenever, like, art is drawn for books, that sort of matches the text that goes along with it, but not completely. You are heroes! Your work against the devils was masterful, and the rescue of King Roland was as delightful as it was unexpected. History will never forget your names for doing what you just did. I, for one, am very proud to know you. Striking a blow against the Kriegans is a huge deal. Doesn't seem as profound as fighting the necromancers, though, you know? I think they're onto something with the power they wield. Perhaps we've chosen the wrong path. The time has come to achieve our goal. The reason we have sent you on all these missions is simple. We have been busy gathering the parts needed to open a gate to the Ancients, the ones who colonized this world ages ago. Unfortunately, our former compatriots also seek those parts for their own dark dreams. They wish to rebuild the Heavenly Forge from the times before the Silence, and use it to duplicate the weapons we brought with us to your world. We have competing with them for these parts, but at last we have what we need, except for one thing. We have been unable to find the oscillation overthruster on your world. All would be lost, but there is one such device aboard the Lincoln, the vehicle that brought us to your world. It is in the sea west of Avley and secured against entry, even from ourselves. Now you must wear our environment suits. Enter the ship and return with the overthruster. You will find these suits in the chest outside this throne room. For the suit to function properly, you must not be wearing any equipment. As for us, we must stand watch at the gate and battle our former comrades. You know, it is worth noting that there is no, like, water pressurization and deep underwater travel magic. At least not any that we possess. To render these wetsuits, you know, these environment suits, like, irrelevant. Naturally, you would understand that anyone who'd have such magic attempting to board Lincoln would be eviscerated by the robot security there, but, of everything else at our disposal, you'd think that, you know, Water Mage would be able to facilitate that, right? Instead, we have to go through this whole charade of not being able to wear our gear, but such is life. It's a cool moment, right? Don't forget you'll need the wetsuits to get to the Lincoln. These suits are in the chest outside this throne room, and the Lincoln is in the sea west of Avley. Return here with the Overthruster as soon as possible. Hope you're doing well, Gavin. Have a nice day. Alright, historian asshole. I wish I could bookmark my location of this damn book to return to it. Our special advisors in the court of Bricata have turned out to be quite special indeed. They say they are from another world and have crossed the space between the stars looking for signs of the ancients and their servants. They say they came here because their magical devices detected the ruins of ancient civilization and the equipment to open the gate to the stars and walk amongst them as easily as you and I would cross a room. They say they intended to return the lost glory of the ancient civilization to our world. But when they arrived, 4 members of their team renounced their long-held dream of finding the ancients. They chose instead to conquer our world with the help of our own ruined ancient equipment, and they chose Archibald Iron Fist as his necromancers, as their instrument and puppet. They say they need but one more piece to repair the road to the stars, and that piece is in the vehicle they used to get to our world. Their enemies, the advisors to Archibald, also require this piece to finish their own project, the repair of the Heavenly Forge. If the enemy receives this artifact, they would use the Forge to duplicate their powerful weapons and conquer our world. If Resurrectra and her team receives the artifact, they will use it to open the gate to the stars, and bring the blessings of the ancients' magic to all the people of our world. Now it is up to my lords to retrieve this artifact from their vehicle and return it to one of the 2 factions of outsiders. I think Resurrectra means well, but my judgment has been wrong in the past. I mean, it would be cool if you could just do like that last moment betrayal of Heavenly Forge idea sounds pretty damn neat, come to think about it. We could rebuild the world. Screw heading to the ancients. What if that opens like a gateway to attract even more attention from the Kriegans, right? Who the hell knows what's really out there? That's what we need, more Kriegan hive ships coming to visit this damn planet. Whatever though, right? What the hell do I know? I just play video games. It's not like I'm intelligent. Okay.
Do you need medical attention? Take care.
Do I feel like training before we head out? I mean, we could go up to level 61. Definitely not as high level as what the other group was, but we have done much less than that first group. We also have a number of blasters. Indeed. I also have a splitter that I need to use. As it was foretold, I have an item or 2 to enchant as well, huh? Double damage versus dragons. Well... oh well. That armor class plus 23 could be of some value. Does personality plus 17 really do anything for you? Nah. I just gave them back to you. Let's put those on instead. Person with the highest armor class is SKS now with those. Neat. I could enchant that Mage Dagger, I guess. It could turn out to be more valuable than that Mage Dagger of Ice, or that exquisite Long Dagger of the Sky. Boots of Alchemy, of course, we have all the Devil Ichor there.
Hi, how are you?
What's up? Gotta keep in mind that we need enough inventory space to shed ourselves of equipment, divest ourselves properly, so that we may party in the Lincoln. So I put my hands up to playing my song. Butterflies fly away. Double damage versus elves. Neat. What else do I feel like enchanting? Half damage from all missile attacks. Okay. Hey, at least we saw some Griffin bows this run.
Can I help you with anything?
Alright. Sell that sacrifice. Sell that slaying potion. Gauntlets. That wand. That wand. Didn't enchant the platinum ring.
Thanks.
Earth resistance plus 16. I don't think we really need that.
Anything? Thanks.
Just like we haven't needed any points in merchant at all this run.
Need a new weapon?
Keep in mind, what, I lost 150-something thousand gold upon party wipe? I'm not quite sure where you learn axe from. We can try... I don't want to go all the way out to Stone City, man. Ugh. That'd suck. Okay, let's sell this and this. We could sell it for gold. Oh yeah, this hammer, whatever.
Thanks.
We can enchant that ring. Let's do so. Intellect plus 14. Nah, I don't care about it.
See anything you want?
Yeah, your money.
Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Have a peachy day. Nah, I don't have a an anchor to Navli. Alas. That's okay.
Can I help you with anything? Thanks. Come again.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful! Wonderful! A perfect mix! A perfect mix!
This inventory is so damn cluttered. Ridiculous. What the hell is this gemstone doing in here? Oh well.
Hi, how are you?
Sup, girl? Yo, let me slide into those DMs. Oh my god, I hate myself. I can't believe I said that. Well, let's save the game. Why don't we try to head to Arathia first? Can you teach me the ways of the axe?
Need a new weapon?
Yes.
Thanks.
I mean, what the hell? I'll still wield it. I'll wield it one-handed along with the sword, too, sure. It's fine by me. Let's... If I were an enemy, where would I be hiding? Out in Ion. I don't feel like fighting them, though. I go fight some Hydras. There should be some up here. Do I feel like training before I head onto the ship? Maybe. Assa, dudes. Assa. How's it going?
The spell is ready.
We'll throw down some Sunray.
Ow! That's supposed to hurt. That's supposed to hurt. Ow! That's supposed to hurt.
This won't stop me. Ow! This won't stop me. This won't stop me.
That's supposed to hurt. Ow!
Is that supposed to hurt?
You can see where I might take issue with the explosive impact, yeah? You can see where that might cause some troubles for me. And why I consider this to be, not an artifact I'd really get behind. I suppose if everyone in the group had super high hit point totals, it wouldn't be so bad. Like, if everyone was rocking Lil's hit point out, you know, total, it wouldn't be such a damn big deal. But with Bobo here having a whopping 98 fucking hit points now out of 229.
This won't stop me. This won't stop me.
Is that supposed to hurt?
Bobo, by the way, frying that damn Hydra. Ridiculous amount of damage on that Sunray. And keep in mind that I have, like, master level regeneration going here, too.
This won't stop me. This won't
Supposed to
stop me.
hurt.
301 damage. I mean, we crush these things. I do not need to be looting them for more crap that I have to sell, but here we are in life. Old habits, you know? Look at this crap. I mean, this would be valuable loot to me, oh, I don't know, forever ago. Get rid of this mind resistance ring. Put on this fancier ring. Of doom. That brass ring's, you know, the cruddiest ring we got left. All these other things are pretty nice. An old memento.
Worthless.
It really is old junk. I mean,
We might have
it sells for
some
some
use for this.
value, but... Anyway. That's the splitter for you. We're going to take that off now. And put Give It back in the hands. The undead slaying, dragon slaying, demon slaying artifact of fun and slaughter. Also, it was fun to make use out of Sunray there. You know, to actually fight some enemies outdoors. So 20 plus a d20 per point of skill in light magic. I got 20 points in light magic. That's 20 plus 20 d20. It's a nice number. It's a nice number. Never let anyone tell you different. Okay. But you have to be outdoors.
Do you need medical attention? Take care.
It's closed.
Ow. Dick. Disappointment. Well, to you, Golem, I give tribute. Never mind that we created you. I bestow upon you gifts, so that you may continue to serve well. May you use them to repair your bodily functions in some fashion. You may even have this splitter, the worst artifact of the game. Like, it gives some measure of fire resistance to the person who's wearing it, but it doesn't give it to the rest of the damn party. Besides, our fire resistance already isn't that damn bad. Why don't we... Yeah, what the hell, I'll train up. What about those genie lamps, Grimith? What about those genie lamps? We can perhaps gift them to trusted advisors. Once all is said and done, the butler can use the genie lamps. For better or worse.
Best training in the land.
You all can train up to level 61?
Best training in the land.
We don't have enough money to train up to level 61.
Brilliant. 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 Brilliant.
How about level 58? Is that good enough? Level 58? That's probably good enough. Since we don't really need stealing anymore. Oh, well. Have some more points in bodybuilding, then. For you, great. Looking good. So not as high as we could have trained up. It's okay, though. Got a few extra hit points on SKS and Lonnie after those bodybuilding investments. But none of them have as many hit points as Lil does, for sure. And that's a number I could have increased by pouring even more skill points into bodybuilding, but she's good. This is without Bless and Heroism. It is disgusting. Let's head to the Talarian Forest. Today is Sunday. I don't think there's a ride for Avley. We're gonna have this game finished technically in-game with a bit quicker than what the Dark Path was, but we're definitely lower leveled than what the Dark Path was, and even with like Lloyd's Beacon and Town Portal Access earlier, there was just time inefficiencies I practiced. I also died. That's a time inefficiency.
Need a ride?
Yeah, Deja. We'll just, we'll pop in at Clanker's lap. And, then we'll, make the hike to Avley ourselves. Except for the part where I failed to grab the wetsuits. It's a good thing I noticed that. I'd have been annoyed at myself had I failed to realize that. Find what you're looking for? Don't worry, I'm not too angry that you invaded. Most of my minions will regenerate one way or the other. There's not even much treasure left. Well, if you're here to fight us in the name of the light, don't bother. I've given up the conquest business. My former allies, Archbold spits on the ground, have abandoned our great achievements in the arts of necromancy and now seek merely to conquer the world. I have little doubt they will succeed. It won't go well for you, your masters, if they do. Archibald looks at you more closely now. Then again, perhaps they won't. You have the smell of fate about you, as though you are destined for great things. Perhaps you will stop them, but smart money still bets against you. Smart money. The Sharps. Bet against the Light Warriors. Never mind all their successes thus far. We did die once. To guards outside of Castle Gloaming, no less. Back for more target practice? You know, if you wait long enough, my people will regenerate. Bigger challenge, then. Thank you, Archibald. You know, we could sell that artifact and I could get more, levels. No, that would... I wouldn't want to give that artifact to anyone. No. 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 It just deserves to sit there and rust. It'd be great if my gold golem picked it up, though, and used it. That'd be terrifying, right? Oh my god! So the Light Warriors overall are weaker than the Dark Party, and I'm not just talking about level count, but also talking about their powers. And that's despite the fact that the Dark Party was made out of a worse class composition than this one is. Overall, like, Knight and Sorcerer are better than Monk and Druid, for sure. Cleric is definitely superior to Paladin, and Thief and Archer, roughly interchangeable. Depends on what you're using them for. I think, yeah, it depends. I prefer the Archer class more, but, like, the Thief is definitely superior in a stand-up fight. As has been proven, Lonnie is no slouch in damage. So, back to Beer Bomb we go. So, yes, and that's true. Of course, like, once we mix up in melee, and Lil gets her weapons into someone, like, she can fully eviscerate things, but she doesn't have the pure, like, damage output. Like, consider what Boba was laying down with the Sunray. And consider, like, how much damage those shrapnel rounds, Dragon Breath, that Vic was laying down the last game could do. The Dark Path is full of more powerful stuff. The Light Path has buffing to assist everyone. If you do not have competent buffers, but you don't have to buff damage-dealing spells. You don't cast buff spells for damage-dealing spells. You just cast the damage-dealing spells and boom. We also don't have a full complement of black, like, stat boost in everyone, but it'd be immaterial because we have Day of the Gods. We did, of course, also suffer that team death. The first party did go and explore more environments, you know. It was a slow and methodical process. This group cut some corners along the way. So their path was more dangerous because I put them on in more dangerous situations. Still, at this point, you wouldn't want to fuck with either group. But, you know, if we play everyone's favorite game, gun to your head, which one would you check? I think the smart money's on the dark party. It would definitely hurt to be hit by either Lil or Flail Fist. Now, if you fought outdoors instead of indoors, because that actually matters situationally, I think the light party has a better shot because of Sunray. And, you know, Dispel Magic can really be obnoxious and remove the dark party's buffs. So there is that situation. If you had to fight indoors, though, in like a more closed environment where Dragon Breath and Shrapmetal can like pummel into you and like Bobo couldn't use Sunray.
We might have some use for this.
Nah, we good. Okay. Time for everyone to strip. I guess I'm taking those trinkets along for whatever damn absurd reason.
I can't use that.
There you are. We'll see how this group fares against the drones. But I think the hardest time this party will have had is in its assault on the pit. That's unsurprising, though, given what I know about the game. And just the situation, like, the amount of damage that can be dealt is really brutal.
Sorry, there's no room for this.
Look at how burly, how much of a man the hero Sir SKS is. We're gonna have to find you some inventory space. Let's put these in Little's inventory.
Where will I put that?
I guess except that. I'm sure I'll keep perfect track of every single ring that was on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's great. I did it. That's perfectly fine.
Hey, the place is filled.
There you go. Bobo looks pretty damn ripped too in that thing. Okay. Let's jump in and head on under the sea. I'm not gonna bother using the Temple in the Bottle this playthrough. I showed that off last time. We'll also leave these sharks to it. They have situational power, like, due to, like, the dearth of equipment. Lincoln. This incredible starship is but a small sample of the wonders of the ancients. Next time, everyone.